The Legend of Yuki-Hime, the Snow Princess. Before the world learned to speak, it learned to listen. In the northern mountains of Japan, where winter rules most of the year, there is an ancient shrine hidden beneath snow and silence. And guarding this shrine was no ordinary fox. This is not a story to be understood. It is a story to be felt. Yuki-Hime was a young Kitsune with 3 snow-white tails, each one earned through centuries of service to the mountain spirits. Her fur was the color of freshly fallen snow, and her eyes glowed with a soft golden light, like the lanterns of the shrine at winter dusk. Each evening, when the shrine monks finished their prayers and went to sleep, Yuki-Hime emerged from the forest. Her paws left glowing footprints in the snow, not because she wished them to, but because the ancient magic flowing through her veins could not be contained, even in rest. Yuki-Hime was not always 3-tailed. 300 years ago, she was an ordinary fox with a single tail, lost in a blizzard. An elderly head priest found her nearly frozen at the torii gate and carried her inside, warming her by the hearth and feeding her rice and fish. "Little fox," he said then, "you have come to a sacred place on the harshest night of the year. This is a sign. Stay if you wish. Become the guardian of this place." And the fox stayed. Years turned into decades, decades into centuries. The priest passed on long ago, but the promise remained. Her first tail appeared after 100 years, on the night she saved the shrine from fire by summoning a snowstorm. The second came when she diverted an avalanche that would have buried the sanctuary. The third appeared when she found a lost child in a blizzard and guided him home. Warming him with her body through the night. Now, at 300 years of age, Yuki-Hime spent her nights in meditation. She sat before the main torii gate, closed her golden eyes, and listened. She listened to the whisper of snowflakes, to the breath of the mountains, to the prayers of people who never knew someone was listening. Sometimes she ignited Kitsune, foxfires, small, warm orbs of light, dancing around her in the darkness. The monks called them stars on the earth and believed them a blessing. Yuki-Hime smiled to herself. If only they knew it was just her playing. On the clearest nights, when the full moon hung above the snow-laden pines, Yuki-Hime climbed the hill behind the shrine. There she sat upon an ancient stone covered in moss and snow, gazing at the stars. Soon a fourth tale, the moon would whisper if one listened closely. I am in no hurry, the fox replied. Each tale is a lesson, and I am still learning silence. Indeed, Yuki-Hime did not seek 9 tails like other Kitsune. She did not wish to become a deity. She liked being a guardian. She liked watching the snow fall. She liked it when children left rice at the fox statue by the entrance. They did not know the real fox watched them from the forest and offered her thanks. Every Kitsune has a Hoshi no Tama, a magical orb, the source of its power. Yuki-Hime's was the color of a winter dawn, white with a golden glow at its heart. She kept it hidden beneath the roots of the oldest cedar in the forest, wrapped in silk, gifted to her by a shrine maiden 100 years earlier. Sometimes, when she felt lonely, yes, even spirits feel loneliness, she took the orb into her paws. Inside lived memories, the laughter of the priest who saved her, the warm hearth of that first night, the grateful gaze of the lost child's mother, the first snowflake of every winter for 300 years. I am rich, she would say to the orb, richer than any 9-tailed fox living in a palace. One winter night, a young fox with a single tail ran to the shrine. She was frightened, hungry, and her paws were bloodied from the long journey. Yuki-Hime stepped out of the shadows. "Are you seeking power?" asked the white fox. "Yes," cried the young one. "I want 9 tails. I want to fly. I want to become a princess." Yuki-Hime sat down, her 3 tails wrapping gently around her paws. "Power cannot be desired," she said softly. "It can only be earned. And do you know the strangest thing? When you earn it, you realize you never wanted it." The young fox did not understand. "Stay here for 1 winter," Yuki-Hime offered. "Just sit, watch the snow, listen to the silence. If by spring you still want 9 tails, go and seek them. But if you discover that everything you need is already here—" She did not finish the sentence. The young fox stayed. By spring, she grew a 2nd tail. Every night, in the quietest hour before dawn, Yuki-Hime did something no human had ever seen and no monk had ever heard. She sang, not with words, not with voice. She sang with silence. It was meditation shaped like a song, a mantra without sound, a prayer without language. And the snow listened, and the stars listened, and the mountains listened, and when the whole world listened in silence, peace arrived. "How much longer will you remain here?" the moon once asked. "As long as the shrine stands," Yuki-Hime replied. "And if the shrine falls, then I will guard the stones. And if the stones crumble, I will guard the memory. A promise does not die as long as the one who made it remembers." And the white fox with 3 tails continued her eternal watch. Epilogue. If on a winter night you find yourself in the mountains of northern Japan and see glowing footprints in the snow leading to an old shrine, if you hear a silence so deep it sounds like a song, if you feel that someone kind is watching you from the darkness of the forest, know this: it is Yuki-Hime, the Snow Princess, guardian of the shrine and friend to all lost souls. Leave a little rice at the torii gate, bow in respect, and walk on calmly, for as long as the white fox keeps watch, no harm will come to you.